Well, sadly, it's a little bit too cold. It's a few degrees below my limit for going out on the bike, which means it's about 2 degrees centigrade. And I don't want to catch pneumonia, so I'm going to leave it for today. Which is good news for you, Mia. Because we can go for a walk, can't we? Yeah, leave the ball there. Let's go. It's a very lovely afternoon. Very cold. Oh, what was that? That bird. Oh, it's a heron. I don't even know if you can see it. Great big thing. It's gone into those trees. Yeah, there's a stream here, or a rife as they say in these parts. Probably catching minnows or sticklebacks or something. Where was I? Oh yeah, it's a lovely day. Cold. It's 40 degrees, which is that's Fahrenheit. 40 degrees is 5 degrees centigrade, so yeah, quite a nip in the air, but lovely bright sunny day. What I was going to talk today about is oh, hello, by the way. What do you remember about 1954? I've got one special memory about that. I'll tell you about it. There were some notable things in 1954. Elvis Presley began his music career. Polio vaccinations began, eradicating that disease. Oh, and communism was banned in the United States of America. But to me, the most notable thing about 1954 was I was at school and I was elected at just 7 years old, maybe 8. I was elected to be the school milk monitor. I'll tell you all about it. Yes, it was a proper election at school for position of milk monitor. There were three candidates. There was obviously me, and there was a guy called Guts. His name was Gus, but we called him Guts Braithwaite. He was a school bully, and there was also a girl. I can't remember her name, but she was soon out of the running because she didn't have the strength to lift up the milk crates from the ground onto the trolley. Well, at least that's what they told her. Could have been because she was a girl as well. Because we didn't do all this equality stuff in those days. In those days, girls were girls and boys were boys. It was so simple. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. So there was just two of us then. That was me and Guts, and I was in with a very good chance because, well, I was very good looking, very intelligent, and well, the girls loved me and I knew they were all going to vote for me. Guts was the school bully. We only had the one bully in that school, because you've got to remember it was just after the war, and there was a shortage of school bullies. Or maybe they were all hiding from having to join the army. Yeah, so yeah, Guts was the school bully, and he was threatening me. He said if I won the election, the size of that plough. He said if I won the election, he was going to beat me up. He had a way of getting to hit the younger kids without getting in any trouble himself. What he used to do was, his method was to tell the young kid, he'd stand in front of the kids and say, hit me, go on, hit me. And he said, don't worry, yeah, go on, hit me, I don't mind. And of course they'd take a swing at him and he would duck. Totally miss the target. Whereupon he would hit them back. Yeah, that was his hobby, really. Anyway, he did this to me. He said, what was it? But it was about the election, and you know, if oh, I'm losing my thread. Yeah, he was going to beat me up if I didn't drop out of the running. So anyway, he offered me the chance to punch him. So, but because you know I was terribly intelligent. This is called Marsh Farm. This is why. Yeah, so he stood in front of me. He said, "Hit me." So I swung a left hook, which he ducked. But at the same time, I did this fantastic right uppercut. Got him right in the nose. Well, it made him sit down a bit sharpish. And he was still sitting there, holding his bloody nose and crying, when Miss Violet Miles, the teacher, came out to see what all the fuss was about. Anyway, I had to write out. We had to write lines in those days. I don't know if you still have to do that punishment. I don't know if the kids get punished much these days. Yeah, I had to write out 500 times, "I must not fight in the playground." And anyway, oh, I'm sinking in the mud. Whoa, what have I done? Hang on. Yeah. Anyway, of course I won the election. I won it by a very, very big majority. I did a Boris Johnson, basically. And yeah, so I became the milk monitor. I had a little badge saying milk monitor. And and as a result of me punching Guts on the nose, Mr. King, the boxing coach, asked me to join his boxing club, but I didn't join it because I remembered the pain in my hand when I'd punched Guts on the nose, it took about 3 weeks for the pain to go away. Anyway, it turned out that the boxing coach, did I say his name? I won't say it again. Anyway, he turned out to be a wrong 'un, and got arrested a couple of years later down the line with the usual things that some of these guys get up to. But yeah, 1954. Oh yeah, I remember it well. We've walked quite a distance today. A bit further than usual because she didn't have much of a walk yesterday. Over in the distance you can see the South Downs there. Well, I don't know if you can see them, but that is the South Downs. A lovely part of the country. I'm very, very lucky to live here next door to this farm. That the farmer is at one with nature. Well, I mean, I don't know. He hasn't. I don't know if he's applied for any houses to be built on it. But this farm, Marsh Farm, is quite famous. Well, it was in the 1930s, I think it was, when the owner, or the owner's dad, first bought it. There was lots of artists and poets and that type of person visited. I can't remember what they were called. They were a group, called a group of people called the Barclay Group or something like that. Anyway, that's what they were, artists, poets. And that's about it. That's about that story. I don't know if I've told it very well, but I'll probably upload it anyway, because that's what I do. Thanks for looking in. Thanks for joining us on our walk. Look at that tree, magnificent, isn't it? I think I'll just go to the end of this field. I used to be able to go across there and get right round the other side of the railway, but they built those greenhouses, and although I can get there, it's a bit overgrown now. Yeah, what a lovely day. Take care, everyone. See you again soon. Look at the size of that oak tree's trunk. It's got to be 500 years old, isn't it? But that could tell a few stories. Someone lives in there. Probably hollow. They do tend to hollow out when they get very old. Oh, just to an update, that group I was telling you about, the artistic group who used to frequent here, it was called the Bloomsbury Group. You can look them up if you're interested in artistic stuff and creativity. See you later.